What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Shots of Brown. Today, I just wanted to come and clarify a few things. Really make things make sense for y'all right quick, right? Because for some of y'all that's probably new to the channel and confused. Shit, hell, all of y'all might really be a little confused because I really never got to the, to the gist of some things that's what the issue is, you know what I'm saying? So today I want to really want to break the ice on some shit and give y'all some understanding as to why I would have why I got these issues that I have with my Uncle Bobby, why I feel these way towards him, his wife, certain other family members that I've spoke about, and just also clarify some of the things that I see, some people talking about. I know I also had spoke on the last episode, I said, Uncle B had gave somebody the green light to shoot me and do all this and bring their guns and, when they see me do what they do. I'm gonna break down, I'm gonna break all this shit down. I'm gonna really give y'all some backstories on a lot of things. So for one, my issues with my uncle, and it really it's really hard for me. It was honestly hard for me to even do this and even speak out about my uncle, because if anybody knows me, they know that my whole life I looked up to my uncle, you know what I'm saying? He always been like a father figure, brother, uncle, you know what I'm saying? All that to me wrapped in one. I always looked up to him. So it really disappointed me to, for some of the things that came out, you know what I'm saying? And some of the things that he's done and did to people, you know what I'm saying, in the family. It really hurt me to damn, have to come at him in the way that I am, you know what I'm saying? Because, if you know, you know. But basically, man, he done some shit, that I basically, I don't want to really go into what was done, but I'm gonna just say it. I mean, it was some shit that this particular instance that he's done that I just felt like he needed that. He needed to be checked on. It needed to be addressed, and he needed to damn man up and do what he needed to do on his end. So that's where all this stemmed from. So in the process of that, and me chopping it up with him about these instances and letting him know, like, hey, yo, what's up with this? We need to, this ain't right. It was an issue. This is shit that, affected people for real. Real life issues, that needed to be discussed, man. And it was like a slap in the face to me and to these individuals, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I ain't got to discuss nothing, blah, blah, blah. So that sort of got me pissed. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody, as it would anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to disclose that part of it. But it was just some shit that was wrong that needed to be straightened out. You know what I'm saying? And it never was. And it's like, was getting swept under the rug. So that was one of the a major piece. You know what I'm saying? A major piece, that right there. And just as far as, I mean, his disloyalty to everyone who truly loved him and was loyal to him through him being right or wrong, was always loyal, always rode with him through whatever. You know what I'm saying? He shitted on a lot of people on the way up. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in no way, shape, form, or fashion hating on my uncle at all. It's just me being real and speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been loyal to now that, you know, now that I sit back and think about it, he ain't really been loyal to nobody in this family for real. How we was loyal to him and always rode with him and protected him, and I mean his image and so on and so forth. There's a lot of shit that went on behind closed doors family-wise that, you know what I mean, that I'm not going to discuss on here. But we always, regardless of what the media portrays it as, what the world looks at it as, the Brown family has always been there and protected my Uncle Bobby. But certain instances, he didn't want to protect himself, so the cookie crumbled how it crumbled. You know what I'm saying? But shit, as far as us as a family, we always been there for Unc. You know what I'm saying? And as far as myself, I'm going to speak for me. Myself, if you know me or you've been following me, whether it be on any of these social medias, Facebook, Instagram, if you've been following me for years on years before I did this podcast and you know me, you know how me and my uncle's relationship was always like this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a yes man, and I can't stand behind or next to somebody when they wrong and it needs to be some straightening. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just as wrong. This is family, you know what I'm saying? And it's just certain shit that I'm just not rocking with, you know what I'm saying? But that's what that is, you know what I'm saying? But I see, you know, I want to just clear that up. But you know, Uncle B never really, and when I say never really been loyal, he never, everybody always respected Unc, loved Unc, looked up to Unc. Whenever he asked somebody to do something, it was done. I mean, we always was his protector, whatever. I mean, we wore many a hats. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I was having a conversation a few days ago with somebody, and it was like, you know, I was never granted a childhood, bro, because I always had to grow up so fast just due to, you know, my mother and my father being in the street and you know, the drugging, and the same thing with my family. I come from a family that was, you know, it was fast paced, you know what I'm saying? So I never got a chance to be a child or be a kid or enjoy, I mean, my childhood or my teens. You know what I'm saying? Shit, at 14, 15, 16, I was in the club with with my elders doing grown folk shit. So I was never a child, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up fast and learn shit fast. You know what I'm saying? So I never had no childhood, bro. But it's shit, we wore many a hats, man, from a child. You know what I'm saying? Put in a lot of situations as a child that we shouldn't have been in. You know what I'm saying? That's why now I be so firm on how I handle shit with my children. because the shit that I was exposed to, I would never want my children exposed to. You know what I'm saying? But there's been plenty of times, man, where I done put, freedom, my life, jeopardized everything for Uncle B without the shadow, with no second guessing, just willing to do it just out of the love and, family. And I was just with everybody in the family, you know what I'm saying? That's how we always rocked. Even everything, and Uncle B, even with everything with us doing music with Uncle B back then and deals coming our way and different people wanting to fuck with us, you know what I'm saying? And us turning shit down because as soon as we got an opportunity, Uncle B would, oh, nah, don't fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? I got y'all, y'all fucking with me. It's Brown Bombers, Brown House. Nah, fuck them, y'all don't need them. You know what I'm saying? I turned down many of good situations, you know what I'm saying? To keep it in the family and to keep this brown cloth going. If I would have went with my own instinct and went to the meeting that I had with Warner Brothers that night, I would have never got this cut. I would have never been in Justin's to get this if I would have been where I was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? We had a meeting with a major label that night that Uncle B didn't want us to do. You know what I'm saying? Aunt Deb, Waka Flocka's mother, behind the lady behind Gucci Mane, Nicki Minaj, French Montana and all them. Back then, she came to me with a deal trying to fuck with me. Shout out to Aunt Deb. She's like family. She been around the Brown family way before we was born, way before I was born. They grew up, my mother and all them grew up together and knew each other from back then, you know what I'm saying? So, but even her, Aunt Deb came to me with deals back then that I turned down, you know what I'm saying? Because Uncle B, nah, y'all, I got you a deal, don't worry, you know what I'm saying? I showed my loyalty. I've been loyal since day one to the whole cloth. I just ain't get the loyalty back, you know what I'm saying? And no one really got the loyalty back fucking with Uncle B, you know what I'm saying? Uncle B, he was the type, he'll tell you he love you in your face and all that shit, but behind closed doors, he doing sneaky shit, trying to fuck your wife if he ain't fucking your wife, you know what I mean? It's just crazy shit like that used to take place, you know what I'm saying? And niggas just never had no loyalty, and now that I'm fully aware and I'm a grown man, it's like, bro, it's like, I seen the fake shit now. Know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, man. I'm just not condoning the fake shit no more. Know what I'm saying? And when you're wrong, you wrong. Don't try to hide behind the fame and the money and all that when it comes to family situations. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Alicia, like I said in the podcast previously, I never had no personal issues with Alicia. Alicia's never came to me and disrespected me at all. You know what I'm saying? But the disrespect that she's given my family, my grandmother, my mother, all my aunts, you know what I'm saying? From the time she came in the door, she never came loving, you know what I'm saying? And I never really even got into it back then. I never, when she was having all these issues with my grandmother and all that, I never spoke on that. I never even spoke on it with Uncle B because I just let them handle it as far as my mother and their generation. Like, okay, well, they, you know what I'm saying? But for Alicia now to say she's embarrassed and for Uncle B to be saying that I'm disrespecting him and his family. What about the disrespect that we endured for years and the disrespectful shit that she's done to Ma, Pop, and along to, from Coop on down? Know what I'm saying? It goes both ways, man. Nobody got to kiss your ass because you Bobby Brown. You ain't Bobby Brown to us. You Uncle B. You Bobby. We're not looking at you like how the world is, but that's what you always been on. You know, Uncle B. And then people say, well, where was y'all at when he was when he was fucked up and on people's couches and this, that, and the third. And when I see that type of shit, it's funny to me. We was still right here. You know what I'm saying? But Uncle B, he got so much ego and so much pride, and he always wanted to be that #1 top dog when it came to the Brown family, and looking down on everybody else, that he wasn't about to come to one of us and be trying to stay at somebody's crib, or I mean, one of his sister's crib, or I mean, his brother's or somebody's crib in the family. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was too high and mighty for that, so he chose to go to Superhead and get embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? But he had plenty of places that he could have went to. You know what I'm saying? He got plenty of family that loved him, that would have been happy to